Right now, you can send a message to someone on the other side of the planet in less than a second. But 50,000 years ago, humans had to draw on a rock wall just to say, I was here. So how did we go from cave paintings to AI chatbots? Let's find out. It starts 50,000 years ago. No words, no alphabet, no paper. Humans could only communicate one thing at a time, by drawing it. Cave paintings in France and Spain show animals, hunts, handprints. Scientists think these weren't just art. They were messages. This is what we saw. This is what happened here. But cave art had one big problem. You had to be standing right there to see it. So for thousands of years, the most powerful communication technology humans had was their mouth. Stories passed from parent to child, elder to tribe. No books, no records, just memory. And here's the crazy thing. This worked for 40,000 years. Then, around 3200 BC, something changed everything. The Sumerians in ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, invented writing. Not to tell stories, not to share feelings. They invented it for tax records. True story. The oldest written texts we found are basically ancient receipts. 3 goats, 2 jars of oil, paid. Riveting stuff. But cuneiform writing had a problem. It was insanely complicated. Thousands of symbols. Only specialists called scribes could read it. So knowledge was locked behind a wall of expertise. Until around 800 BC, when the Phoenicians came up with something wild, an alphabet. Just 22 symbols. Any sound in any language, you could write it down. Suddenly, writing wasn't just for elites. Anyone could learn it. Fast forward to 1440 AD. A German guy named Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press. Before this, if you wanted a book, someone had to hand copy it. One book equals months of work. After the printing press, you could print 3,000 pages per day. The Bible, which used to cost as much as a house, suddenly became affordable. Ideas spread faster than ever. Some historians say this single invention triggered the Renaissance, the Scientific Revolution, and the Reformation, all at once. But here's what printing still couldn't do. Send a message instantly over distance. If you wanted to tell someone in another city something urgent, you'd send a horse. In 1837, that changed. Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, electric signals tapping through wires in code. Then in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell said, wait, what if we just talk? And the telephone was born. For the first time in history, you could hear a human voice from hundreds of miles away. Then the 1900s exploded with new tech. Radio let one person talk to millions at the same time. Television added pictures to the voice, and suddenly, for the first time ever, communication wasn't just two-way, it was one-to-many. A president could speak to an entire nation from one room. A singer could perform for the whole world without leaving a studio. Mass media was born, and it changed politics, culture, and society forever. 1991. A British scientist named Tim Berners-Lee turns on a computer, and the internet goes public. Within 10 years, email replaces letters. Within 20 years, social media means every single person on the planet can broadcast to the world. Not just one-to-many anymore, many-to-many. Your neighbor in Jakarta, your cousin in Texas, a random stranger in Norway, all talking, all at once, at the speed of light. And now something truly strange is happening. For the first time in 50,000 years of communication history, the thing on the other end of the conversation isn't always human. AI chatbots can write essays, answer questions, hold a conversation, and you can't always tell the difference. We spent 50,000 years learning to talk to each other, and now we've built something that talks back on its own. From a handprint on a cave wall to a message sent across the planet in milliseconds to an AI that talks like a person, humans didn't just change how we communicate, we completely reinvented it 9 times. And the 10th reinvention, it's happening right now. So what do you think comes next? Drop it in the comments. And if this blew your mind even a little, you know what to do.